Hi, this is Hein of Present Time, and this time I'm going to show you the card, Present Time. Here we go, getting closer, getting closer. Hein, Present Time. My business card and my information are available for you to contact me anytime you feel you would like to join me with a little bit of fun time in discovering who you are, where you may want to go, and where you're going. Sometimes we feel like we're just riding the wave, and sometimes we feel like we're the drop at the top of the wave. I've been reading some material from my good friend Rebecca Dawson again, and it's called Agreement. And yes, we all had an agreement when we first came to this planet. And so sometimes it's kind of refreshing to get a reminder of what was that agreement. After my last session, I found this kind of humorous, so I thought I would share it with you. As I introduced myself again as Hein from Present Time, and the captions that came through on my phone when I was checking to see if the sound was coming through said Hein Prison Time, which was more about being confined rather than what's happening now in the present. So I need to enunciate a little better for the captions. So, but I thought that was kind of funny. And so that's why I showed you my business card. And it's present time, like now. So I do want to open up to a new feeling of breathing in. And today I thought I'd add a little bit of sound. And I'm hoping that you can feel into the sound, enjoy the sound. And it's a bowl, a sounding bowl, and it's just small, but it is pretty, and it can set the tone, it can set the space, it can kind of make you feel like you're getting ready to take some good deep cleansing breaths. So I'm going to begin, see if we can get it to hum. It's a sweet little tone. All right, now let's take a deep breath in of light, love, and peace from the cosmic, galactic eras. And let's achieve balance through our entire body systems, all of our energy systems, deep, deep into the DNA. I'll breathe out light, healing, and harmony, and share balance. Breathe in light, love, peace, achieve balance. Breathe out light, healing, harmony, share balance. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, when you feel that you have finished with that breath, think of it as going deep, deep, deep into the planet. We need to be fully grounded at all times. The deeper we go into our own planet and share the love with our own planet, the more we will feel we can go higher and higher into our next galactic living cosmic energy. It's a beautiful concept of the way the planet and the galaxy is actually connected. We see the stars, so we know there's all that space up there. There's no top to where we can go as far as our energy is concerned. Take a deep breath with that and allow that to sink in just for 2 or 3 seconds. Today we're going to also do some releasing similar to what we did last time. The process of letting go of who you think you are. It's very important during this time of where we feel the chaos mounting more and more on a daily basis. I was again reading some material from Rebecca Dawson, and she was talking about through her channel of how a metaphor like when you feel like the chaos is swirling around you like a hurricane or like a tornado, you can think of it as sitting in the very eye of the storm. And if you put yourself in the eye of the storm, it's very still, it's very quiet, and you can relax. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to worry that everything's going to come in on top of you, because in the eye of this storm, it is our galactic cosmic level, and we have protections because it is a cosmic energy. So it's sitting in the center of the storm. You can observe what is going on, but you don't have to reach in. You don't have to partake. You can still know what's happening and yet be free from the feelings that are considered mass consciousness, because there's a new mass consciousness coming, and it's coming like a giant wave, and that is the mass consciousness of wanting more than what we've had. And that is exactly what we are going to be getting if we just stay in the center of who we are, because that's going to be the new standard. That's what people are going to say. I want what you have. I want your quietness, your calmness, your peace. And all you have to say is, you have it. It's yours. It's never been away from you. You just need to accept who you are in all of your cosmic energy. Take a deep breath again and allow that to sink in just for a couple of seconds. So again, who do you think you are? It doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, or child, or in the multiples. It doesn't matter. everyone needs to be letting go of who they think they are, because there's so much more that we don't know. And when you get to the point, imagine, sense, visualize, or just think about who you think you are at this moment. And that could be all as a child, you were, you were a daughter or a son. And as you were growing, then who did you think you were as you were getting older and older? And when you started having a family or not, I mean, you have all of these different aspects of who you are. Every moment of every era, or even decade that you lived or are living. So this is important. Who do you think you are right now? And breathe very deeply. Go clear to your toes and take a breath that goes deep, deep, deep within and let go. And ask yourself, can I let this go? Is there any reason I need to keep it? It doesn't matter if you are a victim right now or a victor in your situation right now. Breathe deeply and just let all of that go. Ask yourself, is there any reason you want to keep this feeling? It doesn't matter if you think you are ill or well at this moment, because some of you will be and some of you won't be. Just breathe deeply and let this go. And ask yourself, is there any reason I need to hold on to this? Now we're going to flip it and think of some really good things. Think of the best version of who you think you are. Feel, sense, or even be. Breathe deeply and let that go. And ask yourself, is there any real reason I need to hold on to that aspect of me when there's so much more? Breathe deeply and let that go. Breathe deeply and bring into your unique being more light. We are able to hold much more light. And according to your inner wisdom, bring in as much as you can hold. Breathe deeply and bring in more light. Bring in more light through Christ consciousness, master consciousness, and unity consciousness. For some of us, that's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Christ consciousness, master consciousness, and unity consciousness, the trinity of who you believe you are, who you think you are right now. And breathe in more light according to your inner wisdom. Now, say out loud or to yourself, I exist. I am here. I exist and I have a right to exist. This is for all of you who have felt into the cosmic light and you aren't sure if this is where you want to be. Yes, yes. Saying yes to yourself means you want to say, I exist and I have a right to exist. I am that I am. Yes, I am. Mhm. I exist and peace and comfort exists within. Stand in the center, stand in the I. Take a deep breath and allow. Allow all of that light, cosmic love and light. It's there because it is part of who you are. Take another deep breath and allow it to come to you with ease and grace. And take another deep breath and allow it one more time so that you feel it into the deepest cells of your body, into your DNA. As your DNA, you think of it as swirling. How about if it begins to unfold? What would happen then? Say again, I exist and I have a right to exist. And peace and comfort exists within. And allow that. Allow. Allow. Once you become aware that it's possible to feel better and have some sense of peace and comfort, then allow it to happen. It's within your power. It's within all of our power. Now take another deep breath and relax into your existence and your unique I am. We may be drops at the top of a wave, but we are also part of that huge wave. Another metaphor? Yeah. I really like them because it makes things become clearer. Relax into your existence and your unique I am in this moment now. Another deep breath and relax. Let it be so. And so it is. Blessed be. Virtual hugs. I also have a message from my book, and hopefully, if you can see this energy in motion, expanding with DNA releasing, and it is a book by me. If you have any interest in this book, because this book kind of tells everything that I was going through prior to, and then when I decided I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and what do I want to happen next? What is there? Isn't there anything better than this? And then finally it was like, so what is there? What is there? What is there? And it was one of these things that I finally learned, ask and you shall receive. And that little message was coming through to me so clearly that it was something I just had to share with other people. And then I did find energy in motion is you finding your passion as you're going on this unique journey. Do you want to call it a journey? Path? However you want to call it. It is your unique way of doing what you're doing, of being who you're being. And you can let go on all of that and find out what else is there. What else is there? And on this chapter that I'm sharing with you today, it's called Divine Energy Expressed. And I'm not real sure if I've shared this before on one of these sessions or not, because it's kind of an interesting one. I had to come to a lot of decisions when I was actually to this point. So let me start. It's called Divine Energy Expressed. It was very clear to me that everyone must find their own inner strength, their own passion in life, even their own connection to divinity. I looked forward to the day when everyone would feel that everything is perfect just as it is while they continued on their journey. At the time of this printing, I'm still hopeful that everyone will have that great aha moments to share when they realize fear and hate brings more of that energy to our earthly realm. Love will still lead the way. And with more and more of us understanding this, it won't be long until love and compassion will truly reign. You may be asking, what is it really like to feel contented enlightenment? And on a side note, I mention contented enlightenment quite often in this book. First of all, I say, and I still say it, everyone is different. I can only share how it feels to me, and that includes what it could be for you. It feels quiet and calm, no matter what is happening around you. To stay within that moment of calmness until you feel you want to move on. It feels very safe, blissful, and peaceful to dwell within the very real you. Return to the feeling as often as you wish. There will be plenty of opportunities to move away from the contentment for a while, because that is the nature of living here on earth. If you wish, join a cause where your peaceful nature and calmness will be the most useful. If you have been on this planet as long as I have, you know very well that there are many ways to find what is meaningful on a personal level. If you're not sure, start with one of your hot buttons. Mine was and still is at times injustice. And then you can expand on that thought until you find a way of expressing yourself. It could be public speaking, or it could be painting a picture or writing a poem. you choose. Expressing yourself is finding your passion, your voice. And I will keep saying, finding your passion is energy in motion. I still say that it definitely feels that way. As you know by now, you were reading about how I learned to find my passion and began to express it here in this type of book. Many of my lyrics and messages express how I continued to experience my contented enlightenment even when the going got tough. The journey only required that I love and trust myself and feel my core energy like I had never felt before. I had to feel it at a level deeper than my physical heart. So I thought of it as the sacred heart chamber deep within my soul. I even felt it within my cells. As I was hearing the words I was writing, it felt as though they were coming from my soul connection with a higher source. And eventually, that became what I now call my inner wisdom from my higher self. At first, I thought of the connection as being with God. My perception of God was of a father figure, and sometimes as a friend. That was very comforting for me because I did not have to take responsibility for what I was writing. But that would mean I did not have to be conscious about what I was writing. That did not seem like a good partnership if I did not know what I was doing. What if I wrote something that was hateful or hurtful? Would I not know that? And if I did write it anyway, would I be punished by an angry God? Or even worse, would I blame God for my hatefulness? I did pray that I would gain some clarity and understanding about this dilemma going on in my head. And that is when it became clear that I had to stop overthinking it and go with my heart instincts. Because I knew in my belief system I was an extension of God in a much bigger and infinite way. I remembered being taught that I had a God seed within me that could be ignited. I had to wrestle with this concept for a while because of my belief systems. But I was also willing to have an open mind about all of my perceptions about creation and creating. After it finally became clear to me that I was responsible for what I was writing, it took me some time to digest what that meant. How could I feel that I was responsible when I depended upon God to guide me? If not God, then who could it be? That was when I remembered the simple concept taught to me through the Bible, that God created me in his/her likeness. I put that together with knowing our free choice required responsibility. Therefore, both our free choice and accepting responsibility could be called gifts from God. I remembered that I believe that there are no boundaries for God, just like there are no boundaries for energy. I concluded that meant to me God was within me and not somewhere outside telling me what to do or taking over my troubles. The phase, let go and let God, took on a whole new meaning for me. It became more personal, feeling more like it was at my cellular level rather than having anything to do with giving up on my creative processes. I had to combine all three thoughts: my willingness to believe that I had free choice and that I was responsible for everything I brought to myself, along with the knowledge that the God within me was my guiding light. Without that sacred light of God within me, my God seed, I would be without the love and compassion I knew to be true. With that awareness, my lyrics became very intense for me, and that in itself expresses how I was feeling when writing this next message from my inner God self called Divine Energy Expressed. I now recognize that this was DNA layer 7, revealed divinity in the Lemurian layers releasing. I had an innate awareness of the divinity within me that wanted to be revealed, and at that moment, more than ever before, I also was willing to accept the responsibility for what I was writing. It felt expressive and expansive, and it was my new found truth. That awareness was releasing DNA layer 8, wisdom and responsibility in the Lemurian layers. The poem Divine Energy Expressed. Think about this as a message coming to you through your divine, infinite love. Do you know how wonderful you are? Do you see your shining beauty? Do you feel how safe you are? Not for your ego to enjoy alone. Feel it in your heart of hearts. Sing with the energy. Allow it to flow. Breathe it in, into your inner depths. Feel it. Allow it. Dance with it. Always in all ways, see your light, for your light is divine as well. Thank you. I hope you can feel the love that is being expressed through this little bit of a time that we spend together every other week, every first and third Wednesday. Please go to prismscapes.com and find all of the practitioners, all of the beautiful people that work there in the Gem Store and in the Healing Center. Look and see what is available to you and come join us. Contact us. Find out who you'd like to share your story with, your growth, and how you would like to see what next may be happening for you and what else is there for you. So just know all is well in your creation, my creation, and in all creation. And let's do a little bit of clearing just with this beautiful bell sounds. Blessed be everyone. See you on the first Wednesday of November.